So welcome back to another video here in Pennsylvania once again, and I'm back up here on top of the mountain meadow, the one that has all the goldenrod, and we were up here yesterday looking for all kinds of bugs, monarch caterpillars. We found one creepy spider hiding amongst the flowers. But at the end of that video I mentioned that I ran into a couple that was walking up and down this road here, and I think I mentioned in a video too that there used to be houses up here. And there's evidence of that. I was looking for it a little bit yesterday, but I didn't really put it on video. But I ran into that lady, and she mentioned that I overheard her talking as I was walking past. She was talking about where some houses used to be. So I inquired. I started chatting with her about it. And it turns out she used to live up here, and she was pointing out where all the different houses used to be. And I knew about the one because there's a dump back that way I found years ago that has a bunch of like cool old appliances from like the 40s and the 50s. I'd like to check that one out again. I found some old Coke bottles there one time, but she mentioned that there was another one over on this side. It was just right up this way where I ran into them, but you can see there's a power line coming up this way. Just back that way is the road that comes up, the parking lot. You can see the power line is coming up. There's no houses up here anymore, so that tells you that there used to be houses up here, and it kind of ends up there, and there's a section goes that way and that way. Lets you know that there used to be houses up here. That's one telltale sign. Like I said, there is a dump down the woods back that way, but we're not gonna. I don't think I'll visit that one today. We'll see. But we're gonna be heading off into the woods this way, because when you're exploring for things like this, it's like if you watch my channel, you know, I love to find old relics of the past, I call it, even if it's just old foundations and dumps. It's cool just to see. This one is kind of cool too, because I talked to the lady who used to live back there, so that makes it. I don't know. I didn't personally know the lady, but that's kind of. I think that's kind of interesting. I do believe in divine appointment, so it was kind of cool to meet her, because I was curious about where other houses would have been up here. So to meet someone who actually lived up here and could point things out to me was interesting. Now I was planning on coming back here. I think the video I made yesterday, I think maybe I'll come back here in a couple weeks. Well, I'm back here the next day. I was dreaming about it last night, so I think we're gonna go looking for it today. But I'm gonna show you some other evidence of things that I saw yesterday as I was filming a little bit that show that there used to be a house or people living back here. Yeah. So once again, here's where the power line kind of ends. I mean, it doesn't end, but it stops from going further up that way. But it does. There's a line that goes down that way and across the road. So there were houses over here and over there at one time. And here, as you can see, the foundation of one of them. It's kind of cool that this remains. So I guess there was a house right up here at one point when I was listening to what she was talking about. There used to be a barn back here somewhere too, she said. So we're gonna. It is still pretty overgrown. I was gonna wait till later, but anyway, there was a trail up here that I took yesterday. I want to show you some things. Alright, so we're going to head down this way. So yeah, here's where that power line comes down. Like I said, the one comes all the way across here, and there's the last power line that goes down this way. So it ends there. So down here would have been a house where the power line ends. And check out that big tree right there. That's a huge white pine tree. That's more evidence that there used to be homes here. You see how it's so much bigger than all the other trees, except for the one big tree over here. That's evidence that was probably, you know, a big tree in someone's backyard or something. In other words, it's a lot older than all the other trees around here. So bigger, older trees like that are a sign of people living in the area at one point. Not always, but. Then there were these 3 trees right here, all planted in a row, which is not natural in and of itself. But they are not native species. These are chestnut trees. They're not American chestnut trees, but these are chestnut trees. Probably Chinese chestnut. They do have the chestnuts growing on them. If you can zoom in on one there. Yeah, right there you can see the prickly chestnuts growing there. That's what all 3 of these trees are right here. All planted in a row, so that tells you, you know, that's not natural either. And this is about as far as I got yesterday, because I wasn't really looking for abandoned ruins yesterday, because I came looking down here before I talked to her. So I was just kind of looking around, curious a little bit. This trail does go down that way. She said the dump was down here. She said there used to be like old cars and stuff down here. I'm not sure. Probably isn't anymore. There was big pieces like that. They probably dragged them out and got rid of them. The game commission when they took over this land. So we're just gonna look around. It'd be cool if we could find the house foundations, but I doubt. Like right there's the telephone pole or the power line, but anyway, we'll see. Fingers crossed, maybe we'll find some cool stuff out here, we'll see. Yeah, so the mowed path continues down that way. But over in here is where that huge pine tree is. Right here. This tree, it's a pretty big tree. Camera doesn't really do it justice, but maybe should we just explore in here a little bit, maybe? Lots of thorns. Let me get back to you. Yeah, so right here's our buddy. Big old pine tree. He's seen a lot of years, this guy. Yeah, it's maybe not the best time of year to come looking. Like, all this overgrowth kind of hides if there are any foundations, it kind of hides them. But anyway, I think, and I'm just trying to think of myself, I think for now I'm going to try and get back to that mowed path, see where that goes. Even these two maple trees right here have the feel that they were here for a while. You notice how they don't, the trees in the forest grow straight and tall because they're competing with each other, but these trees they're kind of shorter, you know, in a way, and they spread out more. They've been growing out here in the open for quite a while. Right up there, there's 3 chestnut trees I showed earlier. So that's another sign of, you know, habitation from people, I guess you could say. All right, let's go head on down. All right, so we're headed down into the hollow now. There's kind of a trail here. There's a large white oak tree. Pretty massive one. Looks like there's some springs down here. Oh, there's our first piece of evidence of the past. Piece of like terracotta pipe. All right. Well, here'd be your water source. Any houses back on this side. Of course, they could have wells up top there too, but alright, so up that way is where the power line was and a big old pine tree. I just kind of came around a little bit, just came down this way. So, just looking for any signs out here for things. I did find that one terracotta pipe. We'll probably head, oh man, let's see, we'll probably head, oh here's, I don't know if that's some kind of plastic there. So there are bits of trash. Oh, here's, starting to see more and more stuff. Yeah, here's an old jar, not terribly old. Okay. Yeah, there's some more plastic. There's another jar down there. I know some people say, well, what's the big deal about finding a dump? But a dump, there's another old bottle. Well, not terribly old. A dump tells the story of the people that lived here. It's kind of it takes you back in time too. I know we're not talking about like a modern dump. These are the dumps that they had. Oh, you know, for decades, up until the 70s in some cases. You know, I found, you know, I just keep seeing more things back here. Yeah, they didn't have, a lot of these more remote settlements didn't have, you know, trash service, weekly trash service. They had to get rid of the trash somehow, so they would dump it down here in the woods. That was how they got rid of it. It's just the way it was back then. But you can find cool stuff, like sometimes some antique bottles and stuff, but Yeah, like I said, the lady said there used to be cars down here. Oh, I'm starting to see a lot more stuff over here. So yeah, it's just a blast to the past, kind of. I kind of like looking through them. You never know what you'll find. Yeah, lots more metal pieces. Looks like some kind of appliance there. See some old tea kettles. What's this? Gish. Huh. Some of it's not terribly old. There's all kinds of broken glass too. Okay, here's a jar, some kind of food jar. None of this stuff here is terribly old. Oh yeah. All kinds of bottles. Sort of see stuff everywhere now. Looks like an old ketchup bottle. Yeah. Okay. Now there's stuff everywhere. Let's see it laying around over here. Yeah, we hit the jackpot now in a way, but it is kind of, although it's, like I said, it can be fun to look through a dump, it is kind of sad too in a way. I mean, if you look at the creek over here, this little stream, it's just full of, yeah, it's just full of broken bottles here, all over the place. Glass jars and stuff. I'm gonna walk in here. How gushy this is. But yeah, here's a glass mug. That's in perfect condition actually. You could take that home and still use it. Huh. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. All kinds of stuff buried in here, in the mud and stuff. Of course, none of this stuff we're seeing on the surface is anything really old. Probably from the 70s or 60s, maybe a little bit later. But when I talked to that lady, she had mentioned that people would come back here and dig for antique bottles. Because what you're seeing is just the surface. You know, over the decades, as they dump stuff here, the older stuff is at the bottom of this pile, and the newer stuff is piled on top. And who knows, they might have, when they tore down these houses, they might have dumped a bunch of stuff down here too and buried even more of it. I'm just gonna keep looking around, see what else we can find. You know, I'm looking at stuff in the dump, but I'm also looking for remnants of the house too. We're gonna head back up that way eventually, but it would be cool to find. Like I said, they probably dragged the old cars out of here, but that would have been cool to come back here and find like a really old car. But I don't think we'll see one. We'll see. We'll keep walking around. It is beautiful back here, though. I'm a little ways from where all that broken glass and stuff was. Got all the ferns and the moss growing everywhere. Because sometimes the best way to find things is to just wander around and look. I would love to find like an old antique car just poking up through the brush back here somewhere, but But at some point I do want to get back up to those woods where we started, where that big pine tree was. I think on the other side there, I did, on the satellite images, when I was looking at things last night, it looked like possibly an old foundation up there that I want to double check. I know she said it was a red brick house that was up there, so if they tore it down, which they did, let's stick here, I would think that they would just have dumped those bricks somewhere too. I mean, I guess they could have hauled them out, but I don't really know that that's... I think it would just be easier for them to just push them down the hillside where this dump already is. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're up from where I think the dump was down in there. So I'm just kind of wandering around back here. Getting scolded by everybody. Blue jays are scolding me. You can hear them. Yeah, my dreams of finding old cars back here, I think that's coming to an end. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I think I see something up there. That was interesting. I was getting ready to give up on my dream. And I believe I see something up here. That's starting to look car-ish. Right up ahead here. Or at least pieces of one. Oh, hey. I'm pretty sure this is what we have here. Some kind of car. So that was not planned. I was just getting ready to say that I'm giving up on finding a car, and I look up and I saw something. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, we'll take it. So my dreams have come partially true. I believe this is a car, or at least what's left of one. Let's see if we can see any identifying features of this. Let's get around this brush here. Yeah, because this would be the dashboard right here. Yeah. Definitely a car. I mean, it could have been a truck. There's really nothing left back here. It's interesting, there's no tires. Not really anything at all. Just some metal. That's where the dials would have been. There's the glove compartment box. Wow. Yeah, so we did find at least a piece of a car, a part of a car. We'll take it. So where there's one, there could be others. Here's hoping that there is. Yeah, so sometimes, well, a lot of times it's about just not giving up. You just gotta keep looking. Let's see, can we even lift this up? Oh, it does lift up. There is no engine though. A few wires and stuff. Huh. Hey, but if anybody knows or wants to guess what this is, or what it was, this is interesting right here. By all means, let us know down below in the comments. Looks like there's a handle over there too. Whatever it was, it used to be green. Let's a better look at it. I know some of you out there are really good at identifying cars like this. Maybe not ones in this bad of a shape, but I know after I post this video, some people say, well, you should have filmed such and such a part, but I don't really know what it is you need to look at to identify it sometimes, but there it is. Alright, but now we found one. I'm curious to see if there's others out here. So, I mean, that does have like an old look to it. I mean, just considering how much of it is left. Alright, so cool. That just made the video right there, I think. Or my Explorer, so far. But that one, you see how, even from here, that one's almost, you can barely see it in there. So there might be others that I'm walking past that could be in worse shape than that one. Alright. Now we're really going to keep our eyes open. Alright, possibly some other stuff. Ouch, thorns. Stuff over here. That looks like a bed frame right there. There's something up here. You can see the metal there. And over here. What does this say over here? No words on that, but not sure. Oh, you know what? Well, there's like springs. What is this? They look like bed springs. Well, maybe it is some kind of bed. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. If you have any idea what this is, you can let me know. And here's the other side of it. Some things sticking out of it in the back. Huh. Alright. So that mystery item was just over there. Our dump was over that way somewhere, and our possible house location was up there. There's a steep hillside here, so I'm gonna walk along here a little bit, because sometimes these steep hillsides are a place just to get rid of stuff. They, just dump stuff right over the hillside. Just gonna walk up this way a little bit since we're back here. Like I said, it's all about just wandering around and walking. I wouldn't have found that old car if I hadn't been just doing this. Looks like an old stream bed. Well, one old item back here. Not sure how old it would be. It's like an old pot of some sort. Definitely seen better days. But hey, it still holds water. So there's any holes in it. You could reuse that if you needed to, I guess. Looks like it got someone beat on it a little bit. Put that there for now. So in all honesty, these woods back here kind of have an eerie feel to them. Not like a scary kind of eerie, but just, I don't know. Just a feeling back here, I guess you could say. Alright, but I think I'm gonna head back that way. I'm not really seeing anything else. The only thing I saw up this way was that one pot. So I'm gonna head back to where the concentration of stuff we were finding was. That's obviously where they were getting rid of stuff. Like I said, it doesn't hurt to look around a little bit too. Oh, check out all these vibrant little mushrooms. These beautiful, whoops. They're beautiful orange. There's some new ones coming up. Not sure offhand what they are. They're bright. Yeah, but they contrast nicely with the green fern there. Wow. Well, here's something too. Could this be? Is this a car too? It looks. Hold on a second here. I don't know. There's some of it here. There's some more up here. And up here. What is this right here? I don't know. Almost looks like that could be a gas tank or something. I don't know. That looks like a tire right there. There's all metal buried under here. So maybe this is another, I don't know. Or maybe it's just an old appliance of some sort. Yeah, it's just super thick through here. Is there something up? Or is that just a tree stump? I think that's just a tree stump in there. Yeah. Now I'm starting to see cars. You know how that works. Yeah, all kinds of trash back here though. Alright, so I think we're back to where all the bottles were and stuff down there, but man, getting through all this was a mess. That car was back there somewhere. I think we're out of the thickest of the thorns. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I think in the wintertime you might be able to see more. Like you'd be able to see through all that. Who knows? If there's one car still back here, there might be more. Like throughout in there, it's pretty thick, so it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, seeing some stuff down the creek here again. Yeah, there's a bunch of, were we here? This looks a little different, but I see an old kettle down there. Oh yeah, we were down there where all those bottles are. Yeah, the main bottle dump seems to be in this area. All kinds of bottles up through here, all around here. Oh, here's a boot. Somebody's little red boot. Belonged to a child. Yeah, so up in here. So this mounded area is probably the main dump. You could probably dig in here for hours. Yeah, all kinds of bottles and stuff in here. Some with that, it's just like one of those blue ones. Yeah, it's got one of the old slightly bluish mason jar ones. Yeah. All kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, it just gets more and more. Yeah, look at this. Wow. What's this one here? Is that plastic? Yeah, it's plastic. I thought it was like a blue jar. Alright, we're gonna head on up out of here. I want to explore that area up here yet, just a little bit more. Like I said earlier, I feel like I saw something on the satellite images that looked interesting. Here's like an old fence post, looks like. Alright, so we made it out. Right there's that big pine tree we were at earlier. Some darkening skies, but there might be more to see up in here too, but for now I want to walk up. I think if I walk around this way is what I might be looking for that I saw. We'll see in a little bit here. Alright, well, I don't see it. Right up here is the road again, but satellite images, it looked like there was something down here, but I'm not seeing anything at the moment. Anyway, so I think we'll call it a day for now. Like I said, the better time to explore is when all this foliage dies back and stuff, you can see more. But like I said, it was on my mind, I had to get out here. So we did find one old car out there, what was left of one, so there might be more, who knows. That's what they do with old cars too. When the old car didn't work anymore, it was dying, they just drive it off into the woods, leave it out there. But anyway, we'll definitely have to come back. So like I said, that way there's more. I did find an old dump years ago, but I never really found the house foundation for that one. So, but yeah, once all this, when that first couple of frosts come through and kills everything, the brush and stuff, then better time to explore. But anyway, it was still pretty cool. So the highlight of the video was probably finding that old car. Alright, like I said, I think that'll be it for today, folks. As always, thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.